Welcome to Milestone Moments, the show where we explore the journeys that lead to success. I'm Sheila Slick, your host and founder of 5 Milestones. In every episode, we will bring you insights from the minds of entrepreneurs, leaders, and experts who will share not just their expertise, but the milestone moments that have reshaped their journeys and led to significant achievements. So if you're looking for motivation, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and discover the milestones that mark the path to success. Hi, thank you for joining us today. We have a special guest, AnaK Arguello. AnaK is a medical esthetician with a passion for sustainability, beauty, and a love for nature. Founder of AnaK Cosmetics, she found her calling from the tender age of 19. Thank you for joining me today, AnaK.
Hi, Sheila. Thank you for having me on your show. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here.
Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a medical and oncology esthetician. Um, so I not only pamper people in the aesthetics room doing a variety of different facials, but I also treat, perfect, correct, and educate the client's skin to help them always have the better version of themselves. Then I also have my skincare line, Clean Beauty by AnaK, which I formulated over 15 years ago, focused on in the treatment room. I was always asked, well, what should I use? And it was really hard to cater to so many different skin types. And that's where Clean Beauty by AnaK was born. I reformulated and rebranded a few years ago to focus more on the oncology part of the business, which today and day, unfortunately, is growing fastly. But it's really important with or without the oncology part for a person to use clean beauty products, be it in the deodorant, the face wash, or the shampoo, nail polish, etc. So that is where everything kind of aligned with my past education, my passion, and my calling, which I truly feel is to heal and to pamper people.
I love it. So before I ask you the next question, can we just talk about what a clean line is, what that entails? Some people may not understand.
Yeah, definitely. So what clean products mean is that they are sulfate free. Sulfate you can kind of think of as your laundry detergent. It's very abrasive and rough. It dehydrates the skin. So for example, if you use like a normal bar of soap that we're used to using, if you let it out of water for 2, 3 days, it cracks because it dries up. So if it does that on its own, you can just imagine what it's doing to your skin, be it your face or your body. So those are harsh surfactants you don't want in your cleansers or toners or exfoliants. You don't want DEAs, you don't want phosphates. There's a very large ingredient that you actually don't want. It's the other way around. It's easier to tell you what you do want in your skincare or in your body care, so that one can use clean ingredients. So unfortunately, FDA regulations aren't very strict. So if I put 1 drop of lavender essence in a product, I am cleared to market the product as if it is a lavender shampoo or a lavender body oil, when in all reality, it just has tiny percentage of the ingredient in the product. So marketing makes it very tricky for the average consumer to actually know what it is that they're purchasing. And when you're purchasing a beauty product or a personal hygiene product, if you turn the label, most of the times you don't even know what it says because it's like in a scientific language. So that's when you need an esthetician that's trained to decipher it for you, unless you're going to be Googling or going on, on the dictionary per se to kind of break it down for you, which is frustrating. And then you go on to the next step, which is, well, does this ingredient, what do they do when they are mixed together? So it's an entire world. That's why there's cosmetic chemists that formulate everything. And then you have your estheticians that truly just guide someone into what could actually work for your skin type. Because we all have different skin types and different needs. So even though, for example, I'm normal to dry, perhaps be it the time of the month, or I went skiing, or I went to the beach, my skin's going to change what it needs. And so you should always be updating your skincare, not using the same products all the time. So clean ingredients mean just that, that they're free of chemicals and pesky things that might actually dry out your skin and make it worse. So
Wow, thank you. That was a lot. It's almost like when you're shopping for food, you don't
thank you so much.
understand all of the chemicals, what you're putting into your body. So I definitely see a need to have an expert next
Exactly.
time I choose my skincare line. Choose wisely. So
You have me.
yes. So my next question is, how did you get to where you got today? Now, you founded your company in 2004. So this is a milestone year for you. You'll be 20 years old. 20 years in business, not 20 years old.
Exactly. 20 years in business. It's been a long but beautiful road. So I started off with a passion in color, in makeup, and working in fashion shows and, all of that like limelight energy. I was a lot younger back then. And as I continued on my makeup artist career, I noticed that a lot of women would come to the counter. I was working at Estee Lauder and then I worked at the Chanel counter. And they were always so focused on foundation, like how can I conceal? How can I hide? And I would just continuously find myself educating. You have to start with your skincare. So makeup, I love makeup, but makeup is meant so someone can bring out the best in them, be it your eyes or your cheekbones or your lips, your eyebrows, but it's not really meant to conceal your entire face and your skin. So if you have a good skincare regimen and good products that are working for you, then you can accentuate your beauty with makeup. And so from there, I found myself kind of like in Greece, going back to school, but I didn't drop out. So I went to beauty school and I started my journey as an esthetician. Awesome spa in Pasadena, California. And that is when I realized that I was really good at what I was doing and I had a true passion and I wanted to branch off on my own. And so, thanks to my big sister, I did. I got that push I needed, and I moved to Nicaragua. And I opened after a few years and a lot of help. I opened a little spa boutique, which eventually became a full-blown salon. And that is when I started getting my own clients being like, well, what do I use on my skin? And I would go to the trade shows and I would bring lines from US over to Nicaragua, but I never felt that they were complete. And so when you use, a line from such brand and then another brand, then you also have to start seeing how they interact together. And that is where Clean Beauty by AnaK was born. So I created 6 collections for all skin types that very seamlessly just go together. It doesn't matter if you use the cleanser from oily skin and then the toner for hyperpigmented skin. Everything blends in together depending on what your skin needs are and at the time of your life that you're in using them. Um, and then due to some close family being diagnosed with breast cancer, I truly wanted to help them in their very challenging journey. And it really made me start questioning deeper into ingredients. And my products were great. And I found out that they weren't just great, but they were also clean. And so I rebranded, and the name of the brand now is Clean Beauty by AnaK, which means I tried to make it in layman's terms. Zero chemicals. Doesn't matter if what stage of life or how sensitive your skin is. These products are wonderful and they're safe to use, and someone can use them regardless if they're going through chemo or radiation, or they're pregnant, or they're breastfeeding, or they have sensitive skin or rosacea, eczema. It's a truly all-inclusive skincare collection, if you will, because there are 6 collections in there. So it's been a great journey, and what I've been doing now is just adding to the line. So now I have shampoo and conditioner and a biotin serum to help with the hair growth. I came out with some more hydrating, a hydrating oil serum. And as the time goes, like this year, I'm researching into a deodorant and into some hydrating patches because a lot of what I formulated and create is based on my own personal need. So as a 47-year-old, I'm noticing, yes, hair thinning, really dry skin, and regardless of how many beauty treatments I do, obviously it's hormones fluctuating. Um, Tiredness, so you always want to have this plumped up. And so I listen to my clients, but I also base a lot of the things on the needs that a woman needs, or a person needs, depending on the stage of life that they're in.
That's awesome. So I have a question for you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, because you said a lot, right? Like we started with
Yeah.
how you began. You pretty much began in makeup behind a Chanel counter, and then you
Yeah.
moved overseas and you began your own company, which that must have been, a culture shock having to open up a company in a different country. And then the third time around, you focused on rebranding your line, and you also have a company in Florida in the United States. So those are three really big milestones. And I'd love to know what was that one milestone that just really redefined your success, because you've evolved, right? In those 20 years, you've taken various steps. So if you wanted to give our audience that one milestone moment, that one thing that made that significant impact in your journey, what would it be?
It was back in 2020, and it was when I saw my dream become a reality. And it brings tears to my eyes because it took a whole year to create the website. And I want to be able to help as many people as possible on this planet, regardless of where you are. It coincided with the entire COVID pandemic, which has its pros and cons because it brought all these Zooms together. And that's when we launched the website. And so I'm able to do virtual consultations, which have gone really well. And it helps me connect with people all over the world, and they can purchase the products if they want. And it ships internationally from Florida. So it makes it a lot easier, even though I'm based in Nicaragua. So if anyone's ever visiting Central America and you're here, then I'm here. But you don't need to travel to see me or to acquire the products. You can have a one-to-one with me. And just by questions and looking at someone's face, it's the same diagnostic I do when I'm in the facial room. So I actually don't need to touch a person, you know. It's great. The treatments I do are great, but I also take it to the next level. So I will help find a local esthetician, and I will contact that esthetician, and in representative, like representing the customer that wants to use my brand, so to make sure that, she understands what I'm thinking that they should do, because it should be an alliance, that's how I think. And by far, that has been, I think, the greatest achievement that I've done. It was a lot of work. Creating the line was huge, took many, many years. But when I saw it all come together in the website, that just like
So what is that
that was
website so that
wonderful.
we can all visit and get that
Oh, okay.
consultation and buy some of these
www
products? Yeah.
at www.anakcosmetics.com.
Well, I'm afraid to ask for that consult right now, right? Because I don't know what the skin looks like. I'm sure, it can improve. So that's wonderful that you are able to offer that virtual consultation. So, everything has a positive. The COVID ended up pushing you to have to focus
Yeah.
on how can I serve my clients? And you built the website and you offer, the consultations. You're shipping from Florida, and do you ship worldwide or only to specific countries?
No, we ship worldwide. We've shipped all the way to Australia, France, Australia, Canada, all over the US. which
Okay.
are Australia by far. Australia and France are very challenging with their rules and regulations. Australia obviously is very far, even shipping wise. So those, it's great to know that, yes, the products got there, the person loved them. So no, we ship worldwide.
That is wonderful. So what are the next steps, those next milestones for AnaK Cosmetics?
I'm coming out with this is the first six new products are coming out right now. And I'm always investigating, coming out with new things. So, like I mentioned before, I want to do deodorant and eye patches. I'm coming out with candles as well, which I'm super excited about because I love candles. I burn candles every day at home. And then my next milestone is to penetrate the aesthetics community. I would really, really love, especially with the young estheticians coming out of beauty school. One doesn't really know what skincare line to use, how to use it. So you always need training. And that you want to put your own little, shop up, be it just, like how I started. I started with one room. And I'm actually back into I have two rooms, but I only work one room. And to help guide the younger estheticians because I truly believe in giving back and, paying forward. And so I started a wholesale program, but I haven't really pushed it. It's completely different than selling retail. So that is that is my next milestone that I want to reach is penetrating the aesthetics and the professional community, especially also in the oncology department, because unfortunately, as we age, we're starting to see that a little bit more. Everything that are cancer diagnoses, and I'd really like to help those individuals in overcoming their battle of cancer and to make sure that they can always feel comfortable in their skin, especially undergoing those extremely harsh treatments that cancer requires.
That's so on your website, someone wanting to learn more about how they can partner with you or become a distributor, that's available on your website as well.
Yes, it is. They will go under the wholesale tab. And so whether they're just a normal store or a new esthetician, um, or they just want to sell wholesale on their website, because I also am affiliated, I have an affiliate program with Share Sale. So there's different ways that you can acquire the products or sell the products. I vet all the applications. So I do a pretty good screening. But yeah, everything's found on the website, and when I launched the website, it took about 2 more years to kind of get everything together. And so now I feel like, okay, I'm ready to embark on this next milestone and really let the public know that this is available.
Well, I congratulate you on 20 years of achievements. And I see that you still have a
Thank
lot
you.
of room for growth. And what one advice would you want to give either to the estheticians or to the listeners, right, that you've learned from your 20 years on how they can take that next step?
Leap of faith. It comes
Okay.
to mind because when I was in my sister's store and I had so many customers coming to just pluck their eyebrows and buy some skincare and cosmetics products, she kind of kicked me out and said, "It's time for you to do this on your own." And I cried and cried and cried because I was so scared. And between her and my mom, they told me, you just have to know when to take the leap of faith. And it was really hard. And I did it. And I'm
Yeah.
very happy that they pushed me and that I had their support. But if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have gone through the journey that I did. And so even though sometimes one has fear, if you have faith in what you do it because that's your calling. There's a reason that you have that idea. Not everyone has the same idea. So I would say that don't be scared.
Well, thank
Trust
you so
yourself.
much. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be scared.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself. Well, thank you, AnaK. Once again, her website is anakcosmetics.com or Clean Beauty by AnaK.com.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you. Likewise. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for listening and thank you for having me on your show.